Hello and welcome to the latest in a series of interviews with Carnival officials, Sugar Mass 50. We are in the midst of the season and we're going to be informing you about various aspects of National Carnival. With me in the studios is Marcia Jeffers, and she is the dance specialist at the Department of Culture. We're going to be speaking about In the Spirit of Christmas, giving you some information as to what to expect this year. Welcome, Ms. Jeffers.
Thank you for having me, Jason. It's a pleasure.
And it's all pleasure to have you. Okay, now, in the spirit of Christmas, first of all, tell us, when is it? When will it be held?
It's actually next week.
Wow, so soon.
Hello, the year is finishing very, very fast. So it's Monday the 6th of December right down to Thursday the 9th. 4 fabulous nights of awesome entertainment.
And where will it be held? I know in past years it was held in the circus, but, you know, with the pandemic and whatnot, things had to change. So where is it being held?
Our venue is now the Antioch Baptist Church. It's a huge auditorium, and we can accommodate, you know, persons inside and outside. We also will be doing a virtual platform for those persons who cannot attend in person.
Also, it's not entirely virtual. There can be attendees.
Correct. Because this sanctuary can accommodate numbers. What we did last year, we just had the performers, which was good, but still, you know, you feed off energy that is in the crowd. And so we are allowing a few persons in-house, about, say, 150. And so persons who are willing to attend, we invite you out to come into the sanctuary for In the Spirit of Christmas.
Now, for those persons who might want to attend, what's the procedure? What are the requirements? What do they have to bring, or what do they need to have in order to attend?
Well, for all events now, we know we are in a pandemic, and so all protocols will be observed. We would be sanitizing upon entrance. You have to wear a mask. If you don't have a mask, you cannot enter. And that's basically it. We encourage persons to observe the protocols, temperature checks, sanitization, and wear your mask. That's it.
This question is going to come up. Is it for vaccinated persons only?
Well, In the Spirit of Christmas is church, categorized as church, and so we don't stipulate that only vaccinated persons come to church, and so we would encourage everybody to be vaccinated, but if you are not, we would make sure, we'd ensure that you are properly spaced, because we have the room to space persons. You know, in the circus, you just grab a chair and you sit down because it's, you know, it's in the open, but we have to observe protocols and make sure that everybody is safe.
Okay. Let's talk about the show itself. Is there anything new this year for the show?
This year in particular, we are having the Evangelical Association on the Thursday night to host the show. Not host in the sense as an announcer, just calling out what is next, but they're actually responsible for the night. On that night as well, being our final night, I know most persons look forward to the prison band, the band from Her Majesty's Prison, and so we have placed them on the Thursday night. So those of you who are dying to see the prison band can come on the Thursday nights, because they really do bring and add and enhance our program. And so the Thursday night is the special night. Not saying you don't come to the other nights, but that's going to be the cherry on the top.
So how do you go about selecting the artists? Because I know it's normally a showcase of local and, well, national talent. How do you select the artists that perform in the Spirit of Christmas?
In the Spirit of Christmas is a unique blend of artists across the board in terms of instrumentalists, dancers, you know, soloists, drama, persons into the literary arts. And so we have a following, we have a family, I would want to call it, of performers who perform every year. They're excellent, they're willing, they're available, and they deliver. And but when we want variety, we scope out persons. There are different concerts held in the year, different shows at different churches and otherwise, and so our eyes are always open, our ears are always cocked to hear what is the next, or who is the next upcoming artist, and we just kind of grapple them and grasp them and hold them. They say, hey, December, I need you. And so we tend to scope out from events that are held during the year to be part of our concert.
What if someone decides that they would like to sing? Can a person approach and volunteer the service and say, hey, I would like to be a part of In the Spirit of Christmas?
Yes, of course. We've had persons in the past, and even this year, they have, I wouldn't say register or apply, they have approached the organizers and said, I would like to be a part of, In the Spirit of Christmas. And we have allowed them, once they are in the vein of presenting an excellent and quality, performance that the standard of the show has been known for. Additionally, and in particular, because it's now held in the sanctuary, appropriation and respect to the house of God. So I don't want to say we screen, but we have to screen, for the show to keep the standard that it has. So persons can volunteer themselves. They can come and say, hey, I would like to be a part of this because I have a talent and I want to give my talent to In the Spirit of Christmas. Because it's not everybody gonna join the extreme Juve Troop or, attend the Sugar Mass activities. And so this is a perfect avenue for some persons.
How long have you been associated with organizing In the Spirit of Christmas?
I have been a member of the Department of Culture staff for the past 5 years. So you can say that's the time I've been involved. But outside of organizing, I have been a participant, whether through my church or my personal dance group.
All right. Are there any standout performers from any of the past years that, just make you smile when you think about them?
Well, when you think, and I'm going overseas now, when you think of Vinell Powell and the majestic voice that she has, knowing that Vinell is on In the Spirit of Christmas, and I will not say which night because I want people to come, and she's bringing her band this year, so we know we're in for a treat. We have Vinell Powell, we have various dance groups, we have the Rivers, we have various dance group, Rivers Dance Group, we have the dance ministry from Calvary Baptist, from Antioch. We have various worship teams, so I don't want to disclose, but I want to let people know that they can come and be blessed, be entertained and be blessed.
Okay. Now, let's talk about putting the show together, the behind the scenes. What are some of the challenges that you've had to go through in organizing this event?
Well, Jason, for one, the venue change has been, somewhat of a challenge because everybody knows In the Spirit of Christmas is held at the circus. And last year was the first time we took it to the Anti-Baptist Church, which was indoors. A lot of people complain. We get a good tongue lashing because, persons come from work, they just want to sit down, or if you're passing through town, you say, hey, this concert and it's open, so they just stop by. But there were challenges in terms of the weather. It always rains. And then persons complain, we didn't put out enough chairs, and so they have to stand up all night. And so we considered those, and considering COVID as well, and we moved to the church. Now, that in itself presents another challenge, because some persons who would normally come, and I'm speaking about the elderly in our community, would normally come and sit down and enjoy. They would not be able to, or some of them, because some of them are very tech savvy, would not be able to, log in and view online, because that's not their generation. However, we encourage them to have their grandkids or their godchildren or somebody, a neighbor, to come and put it on, because it's going to be on ZIZ Thank You, and on YouTube and on Facebook. So we have platforms. So the challenges have been good and they have been bad. Because we're indoors now, that eliminates anybody running out of the rain and going home missing performances because it's too rainy, and so we are happy that we have options.
Okay. Now, tell me about the theme. I understand that the show is being held under a theme. What's the theme this year?
This theme this year for In the Spirit of Christmas is Jesus, the light of the world. And that was particularly chosen. It's the start of Sugar Mass, and I know in St. Kitts some persons, you know, argue, or some persons do not appreciate the fact that Christmas Carnival is held in the month of Christmas, in the month that Christmas is being celebrated, and so some of the activities clash. However, the theme was chosen because with so much that is going on in our world, there must be a light at some point. Christmas brings hope. Christmas brings joy. It's just a different, I think Christmas is the best time of the year, Jason.
I agree.
I mean, it's not my month, and everybody knows I celebrate like all month. But Christmas, Jesus being the light of the world, it presents a hope, and the messages that will be in the songs and in the performances that you would see in the spirit of Christmas, it would give you that injection to go on. 2020 was a rough year. 2021 was an overflow of the rough year. And so we do not know what 2022 will hold. But if you have that light, if you're going to a dark tunnel, Jason, and somebody just bring a phone light, or you just see a light peep through a wall, you're lit up. Like, so you are encouraged to press on. And so that's why we chose Jesus as the light of the world.
Now, on the topic of themes, will each night be themed, have a specific message or theme?
Not necessarily, no. We haven't done that this year. We just thematically, for the 4 nights across the board is the theme for this year.
Okay, cool. Now, if someone is watching this interview or listening to this interview and they are unsure about attending in the spirit of Christmas, what would you say to that person to encourage them to attend?
In the spirit of Christmas, it's an event. It's a night of worship. It's a night of talent. It's a night of relaxation. You know, it's a family night. And so if you're looking somewhere to go, you know, school has just ended. Some children has had a hard term, a rough term. It's the end of the year. Some persons would have gone through, you know, some hurdles with the grief or the loss of jobs, and this is a time when people get together and just love on each other. You experience joy, you experience peace. They can cry if they want, you can dance if you want. It's just like you're free to do whatever because that's what Jesus does for you. Jesus gives you freedom. And so it's an event that you can come and be safe. You can't worry about somebody jumping up on you or sweaty somebody and busting your face with a bottle. And it's just the perfect opportunity. It's a perfect event to just come and relax and enjoy. You be in your space and you enjoy the talent locally that we have here.
Okay, we're almost out of time, so just remind us once again the dates and the time of In the Spirit of Christmas.
Inviting all to In the Spirit of Christmas. It's next week. I wouldn't say it's like next week, it's like tomorrow, because the week is almost finished. So Monday the 6th of December to Thursday the 9th of December at Antioch Baptist Church, 7 p.m. nightly, In the Spirit of Christmas. We welcome everyone. There is room for you in the sanctuary, so come on out. There is room for you online, okay? And it will be aired on ZIZ Online, on Facebook, on Department of Culture's Facebook page as well, on Carnival, the Carnival page. So you have options. You have many, many options. Don't disappoint us. The artists are going to be looking for you, and I know you're looking forward to seeing them. And so come and get a blast.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jeffers. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I've been speaking with Ms. Marcia Jeffers. She's the dance specialist in the Department of Culture, and she's been giving us more information about In the Spirit of Christmas, 4 days of Christmas-related musical performances. It's from December 6th to the 9th at the Antioch Baptist Church. It's a mixture of virtual and in-person attendance. It's going to be a great event. So thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Davis for ZIZ TV.